Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be another tumbler. I just cannot get enough of these little bottoms, the booties on them. They are amazing. So this tumbler is, I used some of my decals and vinyl from the March-April sub box for Butterfly Lane Designs. I added some extra little gold butterflies from the PET tape that I got from Temu, and I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. May all your weeds be wildflowers. That is how she looks. I think the butterflies just really set off the flowers, or go well with the flowers. And then I did another little shaker bottom. Excuse the glare. I just love these things. And I don't recall if I cut it out in the video or not. I think I probably did, but I have some half-back pearls that I was going to put on the bottom of here, which I still can. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. Let me pull them out here because I actually have them right here. So I have four different colors. I was gonna originally go with these three. Some plum. This is a light peach. And then pomegranate. And I was gonna take them and put them on the bottom of here, maybe at a diagonal. But I didn't know with this if it would be too much. So the possibility is still open. Let me know, like I said, in the comments below what you think. And maybe I will, maybe I won't. If you are curious as to how I created this little beauty, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so to start off, we are going to use this PDB Creative Studios Lark Fine Glitter. We are using a 16-ounce junior prepped tumbler. The glue I'm using here is the glitter glue from Artistry Epoxy. I'm going to apply this to this top section here and use this nice little fluffy brush makeup brush to get a nice smooth layer on it. And once I've got that done, I'm going to apply the glitter. Just kind of cascade it down it. And make sure to get every part of the top section there. Nice, good coverage. How pretty this glitter is. I love it. And I'm going to use my scissors here to tap it off, get any loose glitter off of that. And then immediately I'm going to go in and remove that painter's tape so that I don't want it to dry. I don't want the glitter glue and the glitter to dry over that, because when you pull it up, it could risk pulling up some of the glitter. All right, and after I wipe that off, I'm going to use Pearly Whites by Glitter Pixie and Dust. I'm going to go in with the same glitter glue. And with the big fluffy brush, I will get a majority of the bottom. And then take a smaller, finer not paintbrush, it's a makeup brush also. But get up close to the line where the green is. Get as close to the green glitter as possible. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle the white glitter all over the bottom. making sure I get some good coverage here. And then after 2 coats of epoxy, it is ready to move on to the next step, which would be applying the decal and the vinyl. This is from April's subscription box from Butterfly Lane Designs. She's got amazing vinyl. I love the matching of them. A lot of them match, but there's, she's got tons and tons. So once I have the placement, I am going to remove the back part of this, just about 1 inch to 2 inches of it, 1.5 inches, I'd say. Put that back on there, make sure I have it lined up before I apply pressure to the vinyl. Push it off with my thumbs, and then I'm going to remove that tape and go ahead and use my squeegee to get the rest of it applied. Trying to make sure that I stay on course. It doesn't travel anywhere. Press down the edges of it. Make sure there's no air bubbles. And I'm going to put my lid back on it to make sure that I have the center. Those lids have little marks where the mouthpiece is, and another one on the opposite side that directly is like halfway in the middle. I'm going to try to see where I want to place the decal. Once I've found my placement, I will adhere it. I will hold it down with 2 pieces of painter's tape. Kind of like a hinge in a way. I'll go ahead and peel back part of the back of the decal. Snip that off. And use it again to make sure, so I don't have that whole piece exposed, and so that I can make sure it's lined up before I expose it, if that makes sense. Okay, then I'm going to take the back of it off and use the squeegee and squeegee it on there. And look how cute. Adorable. So then I'm going to go in with my utility knife and trim around the edge. I did sand the top of this, but I left it out because it's a long video. And those are the striping tapes that I'm going to use, the pin striping. The purple is from Expressions Vinyls. I think it's just called Plum. And then the holographic vinyl is from Tech Rep Craft. Or no, it's not. That's from HTV Ront. My apologies. And let's see if I can see what the name of this is. It doesn't have a name on it. But this is a holographic silver. And I'm going to apply that first all the way around the center, going over where the white and the green mix. There we go. And use this new, it's not new, I've had it for about, 2 years probably, but I've never used it. Excuse me. So this little Fiskars X-Acto knife, craft knife. Get that center piece off, or the bottom, both edges of where I sliced it in half. And then I'm going to go with the purple. I do believe the measurements on these were 0.03 and 0.05 for the purple and the holographic. And I'm going to very carefully just go around and make sure that I lie that right in the middle of the holographic vinyl. And then again, I'll use my craft knife here, right where the two meet almost, and then get that little back piece off there and push them together so that they meet up nice and neat. And once I have those all pressed down, we'll move on to Using some quick coat from CC DIY and that little silicone makeup brush to apply that, let it dry, put a couple coats of epoxy on it. I think I actually only put one more coat of epoxy on that at this point. Pardon. Get some good coverage because you don't want the vinyl lifting. So just make sure, sorry I was out of frame there a little bit. Actually a lot. And then I am going to take some of the PET tape that I got from Temu. These little gorgeous gold butterflies. I'm going to cut around just the butterfly because it also has some dragonflies and some stars, but I don't really want those on there. At least not for this tumbler. So then once I have them all cut out the amount that I want, I'm going to use the painter's tape to stick on the side that is removed, the backing from the stickers, and apply those to the cup and just in random places, wherever I think they look good. I really think that these gold butterflies were a great addition to this tumbler. Excuse my belly if you just heard that. All right, so I think this might be the last. Oh, actually, I think I'd have one more butterfly, but I'll find it a great spot for that. So pretty. I love it. You always find butterflies in flowers. And then we have the last butterfly. It's going to go perfect right here. And there we go. And then I will put another coat of epoxy on it, 20 milliliters, and we'll be able to move on to the next step. And here we are putting the epoxy on. And it's not 20 milliliters, it's actually, 15 milliliters, 7.5 of A, 7.5 of B, of Flint Sisters Boutique Premium Epoxy. This stuff goes on like butter. Jessica has got some great epoxy. I have yet to try her fast set. I do have some, but I haven't tried it out yet. And then I'll hit it up with the torch and move on to the next step. And with the next step, we are going to be working on the booty. So I'm going to use that pearl olive green for the outside ring and then the white for the inside ring. The same lark glitter with the UV resin. And then I'm going to be using this white Recollections glitter for the centerpiece. And then these are the clay pieces, little flowers that I'm going to put in the bottom. So I'm going to take this little tiny paintbrush here. This one is actually a paintbrush. And I'm going to paint the outside rim. Very carefully, very slowly. Because I can always wipe it off, but I don't, just try not to get it messy. Get it onto the white. Or into the inner circle, because I just want, just trying to get a nice clean green outer ring. Okay, and once that's done, I will use my heat gun, dry that up a little bit, and then go in with the white. I do 3 coats of the white. I don't show them all because it's basically the same thing. So spread that out, get a nice good coverage of that. And then I will use my heat gun again to dry that up. And then after the 3rd coat, we are ready to go in with the white glitter and the UV resin. Mix that up really well. I'm going to put that in the bottom there. Spread it out to making sure to go over the not over, but up to the edges, up to that outer rim there, so that everything gets covered. And then I'm going to use my UV light here to cure it. Probably 30, well, about 90 seconds probably in total. And once that's dry, we can move on to the next step. No, not dry, cured, but yes, dried. All right, now we're going to move on to the next step, which would be putting these pretty flowers in that I've chosen. Just to make sure that I'm going to have the right amount and that they're still going to shake when I put the acetate sheet on. Get them all level, even, so they're not over one another. And there we go. It's still going to shake, and we are good to go. So I'm going to take them off first because I don't want to risk getting any of that glitter on them. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this bottom cavity up about halfway with the mixture because it's pretty deep. I want to do it in steps. I'm not sure if I can do the whole thing in one step or not, with it curing all the way. So like I said, very carefully and slowly. I'll just turn my cup as I go. And then I'm going to use a little stir stick here to poke it down, make sure that we got a nice good even amount in here. Took a little more. Again, using my little pokey tool, stir stick to make sure that's good. And then we'll go in with the heat lamp or the UV lamp and dry her or cure her up. Use the pokey tool, make sure it's nice and dry. And once that is cured, we're going to go in, I believe, with the flowers. Nope. Well, I started to, but I think I'm not quite ready yet. And then we're going to go in with some more of that UV resin because the acetate sheet needs something to adhere to. And truth be told, I did cut out a second ring of acetate sheet because that first one there was just not big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up to where I think it's a good level and the acetate sheet will touch it around it. I'm going to spray it down with some alcohol there, and then I'm going to put these little flower pieces in there. They're so stinking cute. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and push them around with the pokey tool. And I want to say thank you for stopping by to watch my video today. If you're a current subscriber, thank you for coming back, and your support means everything to me. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so that you get notified when I make or release new videos. And just thank you in general for stopping by. I'd love to have you a part of my family. So, did I put the acetate sheet on? I did not do that yet. This must be where I put okay, so I'm putting some more of the UV resin on here for the acetate sheet to lay on top of. And we're going to go in with that right here. Being very careful to make sure that it goes over that whole centerpiece. When it's down, you don't really want to move it because you don't want any of the resin to get on it and in the way of the shaker part. So I'm going to go over this quickly because I've learned that this light is pretty strong and it will melt the acetate sheet and bend it, and it doesn't work, and I've had to fix it before. Anyway, so there she is. I do believe I am going to put one more coat of the UV resin over that to make sure that it is adhered down. And after that, she'll be ready for a final coat of epoxy. I'll use the Flynn Sisters Fast Set. Before that, though, I am going to leave this up for discussion, maybe. As I said at the beginning in my intro, I wasn't sure if I was going to use these flat back pearls or not. But my idea was to, as you can see, what I'm doing here is pointing at it like of a slant and use all these flat back pearls to put on the bottom there. But I wasn't sure if it was going to be too much with the flowered shaker bottom. So please leave your suggestion or your thoughts in the comments below. Everything that I've used in today's video will be in my description box below. And after this thing's final coat of epoxy, here she is. Beautiful. May all of your flower or weeds be wildflowers. Is that what it says? And I love the gold butterflies. I think they just are adorable. Very springy. May all your weeds be wildflowers. Yes, that's what it says. And I just love the shaker bottoms. The shaker bottoms are just my favorite. I really enjoy doing those and putting the different things in there and making them look so cute. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And if you are, again, a current subscriber, thank you so much. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that bell to subscribe and hit the bell. And I will see you in my next video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever it may be for you.